everyone. My name is Jason. I am a channeler and I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope Day 297. So I've been coming on for almost 297 days consecutively since around February. And I was guided to do this because at that time we were in a bit of an energetic lull, kind of in between time. My guide said that the energies would start to pick up, and as the energies pick up, things start to get a little bit wackier and wackier. And so they said that I could come on if I wanted to give a daily dose of hope. And so I did. And so nice to meet you. Sorry, nice to meet you and nice to see you again. So daily dose of hope, yeah, it's just that, just a little daily dose of hope to keep you in that middle path in between the two polarities. As the energy picks up, the polarities get more and more extreme, and everything gets more and more intense. And it's kind of like, just like it was a few years ago, where it's just like, what side are you on? Are you on this side? Are you on this side? And then there's just so much information and so much misinformation and so many chances for discernment. It's a kind of a great time for all of us to practice our discernment skills. Are we able to really look beyond everything that we see and really try to see what's really there? So, hey Kathy, welcome. Drive in. Nice, nice. Yeah, so what I wanted to talk about today are two things, maybe three. But the one thing was that today was the last day. So I work at many different places. I'm like all over the place doing all kinds of different things. And one of the places that I work at, this is the last time. I've been working there for like 9 years or so. And it was just kind of all of a sudden, it's gone. And it was something that I had been wishing for the longest time. I really didn't like, I like, you know, it's, how can I describe it? The workplace itself, it's the area, it's built on a mountain. It was built right after World War II. And there's a really heavy feeling there. And every time I used to go there, every time I was finished work, I would feel extremely drained, like something just sucked all the energy out of me. And I've gotten much, much better at dealing with it and understanding how that energy works. But um, I found out that place, it's built over a portal, and just like everywhere else I seem to work at, the portal was kind of, a portal can be charged. It's like an electrical charge. It can be neutral, which is the natural state. Natural state is just neutral. It's just a portal, an energy portal. But it can be charged positively and negatively. And this one was unfortunately charged negatively. And so, yeah. And one of the reasons that I was working there, you know, unbeknownst to me for the longest time until like just recently, was to help to clear out that energy. And I imagine the reason that it's ending is because, I think my job there is done in that sense. But what I wanted to talk about was that kind of bittersweet feeling. It was just like, oh, you kind of get attached to a place, even though you might not like it all of the time. You figure out a way to deal with it, to take, like any kind of difficult situation, you just try to figure out a way to make it so it's not difficult anymore. So make yourself bigger, make yourself, how to understand, how to have fun with it. And so, I did a lot of that, and I learned how to do that. And so I'm like, I finally, figured it out. And now it's like, but I guess that's the point in life. But, and so what I wanted to talk about is that when you wish for something and then you get it, and then you're like, oh, wait, oh, this is what I wanted. But at the same time, it's kind of bittersweet, the parting, with this place. So today was the last day, and it was just kind of like, just walking along my walk back home. And there's like this nice supermarket on the way, and there's this Indian restaurant that I've always wanted to, I always want to stop at both places, and I usually do. But yeah, so yeah, sometimes, when you get what you want, but then you have to part with it. Sometimes, you kind of, when you're in your cell, I guess I'm not going to go there. Yeah, never mind about that one. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about that. Hey, Keone. No, I didn't get a message from Frigga. I got a message from Fiona, though, which is interesting. It's close. um, but yeah, no, I haven't really gotten anything from, no real connection. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hey, Judy. Hey, hey. Yeah, so I'm still trying, still working on, yeah. So I'll get back to you on that one. Yeah. And I wanted to talk about just two other things. So um, this I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, the Stargate thing. Oh, yesterday. Sorry. By the way, yesterday I tried to come through, but the computer wouldn't let me. Rumble was just like, nope, you're not allowed in today. Um, so I guess I took it as a sign. Um, so, but this Stargate program was very interesting to me, and what I think it was ISIS shared was that it's all about disclosure, disclosing things that already exist. And so I'm very kind of curious to see how that plays out. But I also know when things are kind of disclosed, they take it to it's got to be disclosed in a way that people really understand it. Unfortunately, so I think it's going to get big. They're going to take it to the edge, but I think for us that are kind of aware of what's going on, to not don't get too, don't jump into the polarities about it. Don't, understand that everything's playing out. This is not the end of the world. Well, it is, but not in the way that you might think it is, not in that fearful way. But if you want it to be, it can be, if that's what you want. I mean, it's up to you which path you're going to choose, which movie you'd like to live in, and that's all up to you. Um, and in your heart, there are many different people that are broadcasting fear as usual, because fear sells, I guess, right? But always remember that when you're hearing fear, always take a step back and say, that sounds like fear. And maybe, fear is sometimes justified, like someone's running after me, fear, run, that's fine. So, but always try to understand the fear. Where's the fear coming from? Is this unfounded fear? I mean, I know in the years of craziness, there's just so much fear, and then, and of course, some of it is founded and some of it is unfounded, but that's the whole point. Um, so it's always important to look at your emotions when you're here, especially now. This is the polarized time, and when you go into fear, you lose all your power. But when you stay in peace, you keep your power, and you're able to actually see, and you have a perspective. Fear closes your sight down into really small, and you can't see anything. Oh my goodness, there's hearts. I don't know where those hearts came from. Let's try that again. To the hearts. No. Okay. Interesting. um, so yeah. So yeah, it just closes your. So just remember that, because there's always, fear. Fear is a big thing, and I think it's always important, rather than jumping into when something happens, like, oh my God, this means that. Blah, it's like, take a step back. Maybe there's something else going on. We don't really understand the whole story, and to jump into fear, like if you don't like how something is happening, rather than jumping into fear, write a letter. Write a letter to a representative, right? You have that power. So use your power, right? So, but you can't do that if you're in fear. It's hard to write a letter if you're in fear, it just doesn't, it turns out into like chicken scratch, or you write like a doctor. So it's important, so I think that's how we use our power. If there's something in the world that you're not happy with, rather than going into judgment and fear, see what you can do about it. Is there something you can do? Maybe there isn't. And if there isn't, go into peace. Pray about it, go into your heart, send love to it, So there's all these things we can do rather than getting into fear, And I think it's just important because the tone, what do they call that? The tenor of all of the mass media is getting real, like, polarized. So whenever it gets that way, we'll just take a step back and say, oh, hold on a second. Whoa, slow down there. um, anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. Yeah, there was another thing about, yeah, I guess we'll talk about that. Yeah, so that's all. Just in this time, that's what I'm kind of picking up. I'm picking up a heightened energy of fear, and understand that there's a lot, we don't really understand the whole story. And that doesn't mean that we don't have to do anything if we don't understand the whole story, but it's up to us, of course, what we want to do in situations. But jumping into judgment, jumping into fear, is, yeah, at least for me, never. It's not much fun, I guess, in the long run. It's like you jump into peace. Hey, peace is fun. Peace is relaxing. You can enjoy the beauty of like the sun or the rain or the coldness or the warmness. You understand that all these stories are happening. They are. I see them. They're happening. If there's something I can do, I will do it. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to hold on to anything. None of that stuff. I'm just going to hold on to my path. I'm going to see my future. I'm going to see the world that I want to see. I'm not going to see all this stuff. That's not what I want to see. So why am I going to put my energy into it? So anyway, I just wanted to share that. So yeah, with that, I'm going to go into channeling, and I'm going to ask about, what do we have to ask about? Yeah, with the Keone, with the Frigga thing, I don't really feel comfortable yet talk publicly with her. So I'm just going to kind of go into a channeling. Ooh, I'm feeling a ping, 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 ping. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to go into a channeling, and I'm going to ask them what they have to say for today, January 24th, 2025, when we're gaining the things that we always wanted, and we realize that we're kind of sad to lose the things that we didn't want anymore. So anyway, here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Mary Magdalene, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here. And what we'd like to bring forward to all of you is the energy of light, the energy of love. These energies are so important for all of you, especially in these times where everything seems to be not of the light and not of the energy of love. And what we would say to you is that everything has to be of light and has to be of love. Even though from your physical eyes it doesn't look that way, if you were to look beyond it, if you were going to use your discernment and understand the backstories of everything that you would see, then you would start to understand where things are coming from, and you would understand the light and the love behind it. All actions are done out of love. All actions are done out of love, even if that is something that is hard for you to understand. Even when you are told about these beings that are in the galaxy, whose hearts are dark, whose hearts are black, and they have the inability to feel, the inability to connect with source energy. That is not true. It is impossible. It is an impossibility. It is an illusion. It is an illusion of such. And they are, as you know, playing their parts in this role, but it is not who they are. They are made of love. All is made of love. And understand that everything comes from love. You come from love. Everything that you see comes from love. There is nothing on this planet that cannot come from love. And then if you see something that you think is not from love, it has to be from love. Everything is from love. And so understanding that you're not from here, you're not from this place. And when you start to associate yourself with this place, with the things that you see with your physical eyes, oh, that is not love. Oh, that is hatred. That is anger. That is fear. When you look at the world this way, without looking at the whole story, when you step back and say that you, understanding that you're love, you came down here to this planet that seems as though it is not love, but it was created by love, by you who are love. So understand that as well. And there is that idea of miscreation, but these miscreations are also created from love. Understand that as well. And also understand that all of these things that you see seem so real to you, but they are not. What is real is love. What is real is that you have never left love, but you are coming down here to experience things. And these things seem so real. It's like when you're in a dream and everything seems so real. You're in a dream somewhere and you feel a certain way. You feel the cold or you feel the heat, and it feels so real. And then you wake up and you realize, oh, it's just a dream. It is similar to all of your experiences down here. So it's so important in these times to be able to understand that and take a higher perspective on all of the things that are happening, and look down the line millions of years and look back millions of years, because understanding that you've been around for millions and millions and millions of years, you've been around for eternity. You are from outside of time. And that is what we mean, that you're not from here. You're not from time. You're not from this place. You exist outside of time, but you're just experiencing time in this way to understand who you are and what you're made of, and to help others to understand who they are and what they're made of. And that is what this whole experience is about. Just that. But you're all love. You are love. All of you are love. You are nothing but love. Everything, every experience that you have is nothing but love. And when you take the grander picture and you look from up high in the sky and you look down and you see, when you see things from the perspective of that highest perspective, you see how everything is moving in the most beautiful way perfectly. You see the symphony. You see all of the parts moving, and the parts themselves don't even understand that they're moving, and they're dancing in the most perfect way imaginable. All of you are moving and dancing in the most perfect way imaginable. All the stories are moving and dancing in the most perfect way imaginable. It is the most wonderful dance ever seen, the most beautiful choreography you could ever witness, and that is why there are so many out in space witnessing you dancing these beautiful dance moves. Understand that that's what you're doing, and all you need to do is pull in your emotions and not go into those polarities, and do your dance, do your beautiful dance through this world. See these things playing out and dance with them. Dance, dance, dance with this world. Dance with the beauty of this world. Dance with your perfection, your beauty, your love that you're bringing to this story. You are bringing the love to the physical eyes so they can see and they can remember that you're love, and you are dancing this most beautiful choreography. All right. Yeah, so um, so Kathy and Keone and Judy, thanks for joining in. Everyone else, thank you as well. Those of you who are watching later or in the past or in the future, hello, hello. Welcome and thank you. And yeah, so hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. If you're interested in anything else I do, it's all below. Where is it? It's somewhere down there. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, just look below the video. And so anyway, go beach. Yay. So ciao for now.